Hi Cancer, happy birthday. This is going to be a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead for June 29th through July 5th. We're going to check in with this lovely deck here and see what's coming up for you guys. And then we're going to pull a crystal card from this crystal deck here to see, for those of you interested in crystals, what crystal may be a good crystal for Cancer to start working with. All right, we do have a full moon happening towards the end of the week or the end of this reading, and you guys are very sensitive to moon energies, so we'll see how that has an effect on you all as well. So without further ado, Cancer, we're gonna jump right in here and see what is coming up for you guys. Your cards are stuck. Do you see as I'm shuffling like they're getting stuck? Anytime that happens for me when I'm doing a reading for somebody, it tells me that you might be at a bit of an impasse. You might be having a hard time making a decision. So Cancer, there might be something that has been on your mind for some of you and you're really on the fence about it. And you keep like talking yourself into it and then talking yourself out of it. But we're going to see what messages come up for you guys. But you guys might be trying to make an important decision right now. Okay, for some of you, that big important decision might be around some self-employment project or having to do with your career and being taken seriously in your career or at work. Some of you maybe are really kind of looking at, like, what do I want to do? Do I want to stay? Do I want to go? You might be really kind of looking at your finances right now and trying to making decisions around finances. Now, one thing I will tell you about the full moon energy that we're coming into, it is going to bring to our attention anything that is out of balance or just is kind of like out of whack. If a situation is not harmonious, and if like too much is being taken or too much is being given, that's going to be coming to the light. Also, however, because of the planetary placements, and I'm not an astrologer, guys, my understanding of astrology is super duper basic. Astrology is complicated. People study it for years. They devote their lifetime to it. I am not qualified to teach about astrology, but from my understanding, because of the planetary placements right now, the full moon that's coming up in Capricorn, as well as showing where things are out of balance, it's also bringing in this energy that's going to be really good to work with in terms of manifesting abundance or kind of bringing money and success into your lifetime or into your life. But keep in mind that since it's a full moon, it might come attached with a level of releasing. Like we might be releasing so that this other good stuff can come in. But Nine of Earth for me is very much a card about getting your anxiety under control and kind of getting out of your head, getting out of your self-judgments, being able to focus on what you're trying to accomplish with your career or with your finances, and giving yourself permission to enjoy your hard work. That might be something some of you Cancers might be struggling with. Maybe you grew up in a home where your parental figures or the adults really tried to instill a sense of like gratitude and humility in you. Or maybe your family had a really hard time financially, and from a young age you were expected to contribute to the family. Like if you made money, you had to hand, a good portion, if not all of it, over. And so maybe you kind of have this stigma around like, spending money on yourself. You might feel like bad or guilty about that. So some of you are releasing those fears. Some of you are releasing the guilt that maybe you feel when you treat yourself in some way, right? And this is opening you up to further abundance. Your next card here, Cancer, is the King of Air. Okay, now I know a lot of people, they like to look at the court cards in terms of actual literal people coming into a situation, and that may be the case, right? So King of Air could be somebody you're dealing with this week that is an air sign. So air signs are going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So some of you may be dealing with one of these signs. However, when the King of Air shows up, I like to think of it as personality traits and personality characteristics. So it could be that it's something you're calling up within yourself, Cancer. You might be kind of developing the qualities of the King of Air this week. And the King of Air is very assertive. The King of Air is really great with, carrying out a plan, right? You know how I said when I was first shuffling, some of you are kind of like at this impasse. You're not sure how to move forward on a situation. The King of Air tells us that those of you that are kind of on the fence about something, King of Air tells us that you're going to begin taking steps. It's going to become clear to you what the plan is, what your plan is, and how to move forward, how to make things happen. The thing that I really love about the King of Air is the King of Air is really, really great with getting support or getting people on board with him, because he's really good at finding the common ground, right? When it comes to trying to convince somebody, or when it comes to trying to get help from someone, he's really good at presenting the situation like, here's what we both want, here's what we both have in common, here's how, working together in this situation is going to help us both get what we want. So some of you are coming up with some very creative solutions in that way, or you're really, really kind of strengthening your diplomacy skills, right? Like being very diplomatic, or being very very good at, just getting people over to make peace, and to work together. So this is very much a card about negotiations. Some of you might be seeking out also somebody to mentor you or help you, or guide you towards making some bigger dreams or goals happen. Sometimes for me, King of Air in a reading could signify like a financial planner, or an attorney, someone who's giving you counsel, like someone who's like, all right, this is how you're going to do it, this is how you're going to move forward. So some of you might be seeking out and getting help to help you with your plans and ideas, because you really want to succeed, and you're really realizing that you deserve to succeed. Your next card here, Cancer, is the Tower. Holy cannoli. So a lot of people freak out when they see the Tower. They get very, very scared. And I'm telling you the truth, you guys. A lot of the times I have seen the Tower come up before something really wonderful happens, because the meaning of the Tower, it's the paradigm shift. You're seeing through the illusion. We have a mass awakening happening right now. The world is going through a Tower moment. I mean, globally, in every way, in terms of health, in terms of injustice in society, in terms of corruption. Like, so much is coming to the surface right now, and it's challenging and it's scary, but ultimately it's leading us to big improvements into a better way of life. And so with the Tower card, we might be seeing through the illusions. We might be questioning our own beliefs. We might start realizing that, things are not as they seem, and you're beginning to see the truth. Also, the Tower card is about permanent change that's pushing us out of our comfort zone. Okay, that's pushing us out of our comfort zone. So that could be very wonderful things, especially those of you that you're doing something in terms of like bettering the quality of your life. You're wanting to step up and go for something bigger in your career, or you're doing something in terms of self-employment. You're kind of being challenged here to break out of the comfort zone, to go in a whole new direction and make a very, very big permanent change in your way of life. All right. Your next card here is the Four of Air. And the Four of Air is a card that comes up for me in a reading when somebody is mentally and emotionally exhausted, right? And they need some time to rest. They need some time to kind of separate from a situation and think about what they want to do. So I'm going to be very honest with you, Cancer. I feel like what's happening for you guys this week is you are realizing that something you've been putting off, a decision you've been postponing, you're realizing that you can't wait anymore, that things are changing, that things are shifting. Some of you are realizing because of what's happening right now, because of the changes, there might be really significant changes to your income, and you may be realizing that, okay, I'm going to have to come up with a different way. I'm going to have to roll with the changing economy, and I'm going to have to get into a new field, or I'm going to have to start some kind of new niche for myself. And so in this way, you might also be gathering information. You might be like making plans or talking to people or getting guidance. But the Four of Air is like you're like, I need to rest before I start. It's like you're having this aha moment. You're like, this is what has to happen, and you're taking steps towards getting information, like getting the ball rolling. But before the big main push, you're taking a little bit of a break. You're taking a little bit of time to yourself and disconnecting from a situation or disconnecting from certain people. The Tower card for a lot of you, Cancer, is also going to be clearing your life of anyone or anything that's been having a very negative influence, or they're very negative about like the positive changes you're making in your life. And so some of you are cleaning house, and then Four of Air is like you're needing a bit of a break. You're needing some time away to heal. Four of Air also encourages us to find our spiritual center. Like as you're resting, as you're, kind of just processing all the changes and everything you've been through, you're also finding your spirituality. Through meditation, through prayer, you're strengthening your spiritual connection. So we're going to go ahead and check out the crystal for you guys. And as always, I encourage you all to watch your moon sign and rising sign readings. Some weeks they may resonate with you more than others. And obviously, I'm more than happy to give you guys a private reading. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, you can do so through the Calendly link in the description of the video. Ooh, I love this crystal, this stone here. You guys have peacock copper. This is also referred to as peacock aura. I've seen it also, some people label it as peacock quartz, even though it's not really quartz. Like it's not like a quartz how we would think of quartz, like a clear quartz. It is a treated stone. And if I'm not mistaken, I do think it might kind of be a heat treated stone. But the properties of the peacock copper is that it helps with confidence, and it helps with allowing yourself to shine and to be seen. Okay, and it has a beautiful affirmation here for you guys. It says, I confidently show my true colors to others. I am fabulous. So as you're going into these changes, this is going to be really helping you. This might be a good crystal for you guys in terms of confidence and coming out of your shell. It says, improve optimistic outlook on life, increase happiness, feel confident and comfortable, embrace ability to be in the spotlight. So remember that whole thing of like treating yourself or like moving up. Some of you kind of have some reservations around that, but this is helping. This is helping with that energy. And the good news is that peacock copper or peacock aura, it's a lot easier to find now. It's becoming a lot more common. So even if you live in an area where they don't have crystal shops, or because of what's going on right now, the shops might not be open, depending on where you live, you can typically find this online as well. Alrighty, my dears. So again, watch your moon sign and rising sign. You might want to check out the channeled angel messages for June and the channeled angel messages, and the love messages for June, which are linked in the description of the video. I will have the ones for July up soon, guys. I'm sorry. I know I'm behind. I haven't been feeling well. I've had a lot of things going on. So I'm catching up. I'm playing catch up. But in the next few days, the love readings for July and the channeled angel messages for July will be up. Also, guys, I want to congratulate the winners of the June giveaway. Angelica in the United States won a free 30-minute reading with me. And Jackie in England won the Angel Light bracelet that I'm giving away. So July 1st, I will post on Instagram and Facebook what the giveaways are going to be for the month of July. And again, I'm just picking the winners from the likes and the comments. So on Instagram and Facebook, I pick one winner from Facebook, one winner from Instagram. One person will get a free 30-minute reading with me, and one person will get whatever the prize is that I decide to give away. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to go through and see what I think might be a good fun prize to give away for July. But I will be announcing that July 1st on my social media, and I'll see you guys there. Those of you who are following along and following the message of the day and the pick a card of the day that I do on there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful week, Cancer. Take care.